There's more people to go.
Good morning, everybody! Hello, everybody. My name is Joshua Bleasy. I am the Unknown Prophet. I do weekly tarot readings between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Central Standard Time every day except Saturday and Sunday because I don't do weekends. If you would like a private reading, I do offer those on weekends as well. Please contact my Calendary or go to my Linktree site and you can find all of that wonderful, beautiful information there. So I use my custom-made homemade deck, the 5 Paths Tarot, which I am proud to announce I'm starting to get some movement on the Kickstarter campaign. I've raised $600 so far, so just to update you, we started this 3 days ago, so if this keeps on track going the way it's going, maybe we'll reach that all-important number that we need to reach to be able to print these cards. And you know, I wish I could say I could add my own money into it, but it won't let me. I've tried doing it a couple of different ways, and it just doesn't want to take my money from me. So I can't invest in it myself, but there's been a lot of people trying to contact me for advertising campaigns and stuff like that. You know, I'm kind of one of these guys who just says if it's going to go viral, it goes viral because people like the project and they like what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? They come here, they get their reading, and I've only had 2 people who want the reward so far, and 2 people who just gave money to donate money. Now, my cat is out. I can close the door, and I can get back to doing what I'm doing here. So, what I do here is I'm a very blunt tarot reader. I will tell you what you need to know, not necessarily what you want to know. I am here to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me all the gods I believe in. And also, I use my intuitions. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a professional of any kind. The degrees you see on the back are my ministry credentials, but that's about all I got. Just a reminder that this is a smoking and cannabis stream sometimes, but you will be let know when those things are happening. I don't have any cigarettes right now to smoke, so I'm down to the little bit of tobacco I have left in the brass monkey. So, you know, that's how it goes. It always happens about this time of the month. You know, it's like, oh, God, it's the 17th, and we don't get paid for 2 more weeks. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, we don't get paid till February 3rd. So, you know, might be 2 weeks of not smoking because it just got done snowing outside, and that will mean my neighbors do not have anything for me to smoke. I digress. We'll have to find a way to get it somewhere down the road. Right, guys? Right, guys. So anyway, I used my custom-made homemade deck, the 5 Paths Tarot. Like I said, proud to announce my Kickstarter campaign. Click that link in the above link there. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe here as well. If you give me any kind of follow, anything that you do for me until this project is done, all of my money is going towards that project in some way, shape, or form. Whether I'm paying for shipping or whatever I'm doing, I'm trying to save up the money. So any donations you give to me, any tips or biddies you give to me will all go into my PayPal account, and that's going to stay there until I have enough money to maybe do, like I said, shipping or whatever else I might need to do for those 50 people. So, you know, we'll figure it out, right? And I might have a customer list, and I might just say, hey, can you send these to them? Here's the money. You know, because you've already spent it, you know, already purchased it. And then I just send them that, and they print it and send it to you all at the same time, you know. So if I do become a partner with this company that I'm thinking about, their name is CZ, and they're a printing company I found online. They are based in China. I tried finding something in America, but there aren't very many people who do tarot reading printing here, and they are the ones that looked like they could do what I wanted them to do: make a box set, make good quality looking tarot cards, you know. So that only problem is if it's coming from China to me, it will take some time to get to me. But if it goes from China to wherever they're going, then it will take how long it takes, because it's got to go through customs and blah blah blah, right, and all that stuff. So we know what we're going to do. So that's what we are up to today, and we're down to the last bit of coffee with sugar in it. We're down to a lot of things that we don't have. But see, this is what I talk about when I come here to try to give you the best advice possible. It may seem like I'm complaining right now, but I'm really not. I really do appreciate everything I have right now in my life because I know that at any moment, at any time, it can be, taken away from me. So I try to appreciate everything that has been given to me, even in the smallest amounts. So even though I don't have some of the stuff I want today, that's okay because today is still going to be a day where my belly is going to get filled and all of that fun stuff. I have to call my mom's meals later and try to switch it up a little bit, but maybe if I get more breakfast, I'll eat more of it because that's genuinely when I like to eat those meals is in the morning. And they've been sending me a lot of the stuff I'm like, okay, do I really want this? But I did get a nice new comfy chair that vibrates. Well, when it's plugged in, it vibrates. Ah. Anyway. Oh, I gotta. Right, left, backward, forward, side, side. Hey, was that fun for you guys? Anyway. It's Bounce Josh. Yours now for a low, low price of your immortal soul. You're not new. You're not new. That one goes out to Agent Zero. She's there are a lot of people out there who are very big networking people who want to do this for a living. I'm not trying to earn a living here, guys. I'm just trying to do something every day to get me up out of bed, to be able to do something that I feel passionate about, something I can do from home, and something that, I'm not worried about this isn't me trying to make my bills here anymore. I've got my bills pretty much covered now. Now I need to, if I'm raising money for this project, and I will be substituting some of what I get paid into some of this as well, because I want to make sure it's perfect, So, contacting them and then saying, okay, I'm going to be doing. Oh, there it goes. You know what I mean? So, you can see the cards. I mean, the company I'm thinking about going with is in China. Now, there are two different companies. There's one that I was thinking about and another one that I'm thinking about. But because I can't go back and edit my project anymore, I can't add that name to it. So I'll keep you guys updated about what's going on with the project here. I'm really appreciative of everybody who helped me get the ball rolling and started out, because it's hard out there sometimes. I know how to network. If I really want to get the networking game on, I know exactly who to go talk to and what to do with it. I'm trying to build my community, but I also am trying to help people get the readings that they need to get, because I'm here to help you in a spiritual way. I'm here to help you find those paths that are right for you, so you can start to make the choices and decisions that will affect your life. And that's what I am here really to do. And like I said, I don't do this to make a living. I do this because it's fun and because I like to do it. So I have something I get to do for 3 hours a day, and then the rest of the day I go zone. You know what I'm saying? So I have a very weird sleep schedule sometimes. So sometimes I'm up really early in the morning and that's what I was going to do. OT Solo, the advisor. So OT Solo, shout out to you. The advisor, shout out to you. Agent Zero, shout out to you. Papa Clutch, you got enough people there. But shout out to you. So let's try that here. Do-do-do. I'm checking out my buddy the advisor real quick. This is just some fly music. And I want to shout out my brother Games with Snakes there. Because, oh, and Vandora Darkwolf. Oh, my buddy. I love her so much. Copy.
Yeah, it's very cool. Even with all the space heaters, it's still kind of cold in the house. But it's okay. You're supposed to get somebody coming.
I got to put her on my recommended list, too.
How are you, Vanessa? What are you up to?
Oh, I'm going to let him get back to doing what he's doing. Alright.
You don't look at just say it. I can hear you. It's my talent.
Hey, advisor, if I gave you a name to help a baby streamer out, would you shout her out? Just want to ask before.
I love you, Holy, for real. So good. I keep it on for maybe 1 or 2 people. Yeah, I do that too for some people. I do that for some people.
Oh, let's see. Today, people. Today. Like I said, I was shouting out a couple of my friends, trying to see if one of my buddies would shout out one of my baby streamers, but he never answered me. Sorry, I didn't hear your answer. Oh, he's rolling something. Anyway. Oh!
Custom's on there now too. Hell yeah. Yo, what's up, fucking these nuts? Got him. What's up, my friend? How goes it? What up, what up, what up? How are you, homie? I'm always gonna introduce you like that. I hope you know that. Yo, I'm doing really well, man. I've been pushing DSO. I saw a whale starting to push it today, or pushing it again today. I feel like I moved the mountain right now, so I'm feeling really good about myself. T to the 10. What up, girl? Let me shout you guys out real quick. Yo, if you guys haven't followed, got him. Gotta make sure you give him a follow. He's hella good.
Oh well.
Really got the wonderful. Okay, it's still a little chilly here. Basics.
Why don't you start to believe? Why don't you start to believe? When don't you start? Oh, it's in my heart, so wonder.
Give it to the bag. Normally it's like $50. Subs or every 10 follows. So if you have the app and if you invest $1 or more, we're gonna be taking you're welcome. Let's go. I just bought a pound, yo. Help me out. I'm just doing shit.
So, the one person I know isn't on today. So, that's okay. You know what, people? sometimes I sit here and I think about it. I know I'm not very attentive right now. I'm sorry about that. But I'm back here, guys. I was just like, today was such a don't want to rush day today. And I got everything I wanted to get done. And then I'm not like, I don't know how this is coming out. And then I'm not like, I don't know how this is coming out. Yeah, I don't even know if you can hear the music, honestly. So, and I really don't need it anyway. So, here we go. We're back to action here. Just you and me, time and space, everything that happened or ever will. Yada, yada, hooty hoo. It's all about how we treat one another, and how we come together as community. And I think the one thing that social media has done for us, and validation, welcome on in. How you doing, buddy? Finally, I have someone in the chat. It's like, is this going to be one of those slow days? I guess I'll just start talking. Just tabbing up a couple of my friends, trying to show them some love. Now he's too loud even on 2%. So, he's always shouting out people and stuff like that, but who knows if he did that or whatnot. Yeah. So, today's been a good day so far today. I'm trying to see if I can get enough tip money for cigarettes stuff, but I don't think that's happening today. So, whatever. It'll work. I need like $40 because I got to take a cab there, cab back, then buy the stuff while I'm there. And it takes about $40 for everything. That's like, I'm not asking people for that. You know what I'm saying? Validation? It's just, that's not my game. But, I sit here and I go, oh, precious little tobacco, which I have. So, that's kind of what I'm all about, doing this, that, and the other today. So how have you been doing, my brother? Doing pretty good, actually. Like I said, I went in today and I looked at my Kickstarter campaign. $600 has been promised so far. We'll see how far it goes. If this keeps going like this and keeps going up and up and up, I'm going to make that money before March. I really am. So I'm really looking forward to sending those decks out to people too. I found a decent company that I think will work with me for this project, and I want them to know it's a Kickstarter campaign. I want to promote their business. I want to promote where I sell it, because I'm going to be selling it on Etsy and in my stores and stuff like that when they go out for retail services, So the 50 that are just being sent out to people, once I get them in and I'm done signing them, they'll go out to people. So, I got to get everything sent to me, then everything sent to you. And I know that's going to be the biggest project is going to be waiting for the project to be done, because we're going to start looking at it, seeing if that's something that we want, getting the process started. Because if they can give me a finished product of what you guys would be able to buy, then that's what I wanted to do. So I got to contact them later today and just say, here's my project. I'm doing a Kickstarter campaign for it, and I want you to be featured as my printer. Would you be interested in the project? I'm not asking you to give me anything. I'm going to pay you for the cards. I just want to be able to say, hey, this is coming from this company here. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to support the people who support me, even if they don't come here and show me any kind of love. It doesn't matter. I love these people no matter what. They can come, they can go. You're all my favorite stars, no matter what. I'm only 20 follows away from 500 people. Can you believe it? It's only taken me 3 years to get to 500. Well, I'm doing tarot readings too. It's not like I have playing some silly video game or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Where you're watching me epically fail. I tried doing a lot of different things on stream. And, to be popular, to make it my job, kind of a thing. And I have a big, I need to be accepted kind of thing. I want to be accepted by people. I want to make friends with people. I want people to like me. I want people to tell me that I'm doing a good job, that I'm fulfilling the oath that I gave to the Lord and the Lady, that I'm doing the best possible job for them as I can possibly do. And it's just like moving through those motions as a human being, and then coming to the point where you feel like, oh, great, now I've got, all of this information, and I don't know what to do with it, right? So, when I get, on a daily basis, I'm battling not only mental fatigue, body fatigue, spiritual fatigue, and then I know how to recoup my spoons and stuff like that. That's why I go and rest for at least a couple of hours after stream. Get something to eat, blah, 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 and all that fun stuff. Yeah, you know how it is. And then, go from there, and then I go meditate. I try to get my screen set up so I can see everybody and see everything that's going on. And it's closed. What the hell is it closed for? It's not about supposed to be closed. All right, the queue is now open. I don't know why it was closed, but it was. I don't think he's coming on today. That's okay. Must have had something else come up. Oh well. Let's see what my Discord family is up to. Oh, yeah. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, yeah, I forgot to say thank you to everybody who did donate this last time. You guys saved my bank account from being overdrawn and not my rent check not going through. So I really appreciate you guys helping me out with that. Yeah. Well, I'm waiting for him. Oh, sometimes, I gotta tell them, hey, I don't have anyone here to tell anything unless it's validation. Okay. So, anyway, guys, so a little bit back to what I was saying there, and, my life has not been an easy life. I've lived through a lot of very difficult situations in my life. I was abused. I was bullied. I was raised by a single mom who was an alcoholic. I had a father who wasn't there for me in my youth. I tried running away from home 10 different times because I didn't like how my life was. I tried to kill myself 7 different times in life because I hated who I was and everything that it was about to be. I lost faith in anything. I've loved someone who couldn't love me back in return. I know how a relationship is supposed to work now. Now I know what I was supposed to be doing the whole time. And then, lastly but not leastly, creating my last bit of dreams that I have in this world that I would love to create. And I know there's somebody out there who would help me create the last and final dream. But the tarot deck is this one is it can happen in reality. The other one's a little more far-fetched. So, I don't know. I've tried contacting the right kind of people that help me see if this is possible, and I have never gotten an answer back from them. So, I had designed a machine, and I'm not very smart. Okay, I have low intelligence. I have about a 10th grade educational level. I'm horrible with grammar and spelling, and some basic math I got down. Anything higher than basic math, I have to use a calculator for. I think a lot of us use a calculator now for that shit. Forget this learning how to do it in my head crap. We're all using this technology now to find the answers out when you're not there. So why am I, bothering? I just go on my calculator and go, what's the answer? And then you still learn doing that because at least you know what the numbers add up to. So, I've lived with clinical depression and anxiety since I was 8 years old that I can remember. I've lived with chronic pain for 30 years in my back and my lower body parts, and that's why I can only sit up for 3 to 4 hours a day, usually. And sometimes I do come in here and just kind of, take a half an hour, check in with my friends and stuff like that. Sometimes I play games and stuff like that too. So, I'm just like everybody else out there trying to do the best possible job we can do. Yay! So, and then, then I took all of that which happened to me in my life, and I really had to go to a place where I couldn't do some of the things I was doing before, so I had to change my life around to be something better than it was before. So I let go of all of the crap that I had to let go of finally. And as my mother was passing into the next world, so was all of the stuff. It's like she took it with her. You know what I'm saying? And, losing my mom while I was in the hospital was definitely a wake-up call for me as far as a person goes. It was just taught me just how precious life was. Because you always think your parents going to be there forever, and you know very damn well that they're not going to be there forever. And, I try to appreciate my father now more than ever, now that we have a good relationship, because we got back together about 21, 25. And then we've had a healthy father-son relationship up until then, So now I have my father in my life for the majority of the last half. So I had, the first half was my mom, the second half is my dad. You know what I'm saying? So I got to spend time with both parents and in the ways there. So welcome in, Jing. How are we doing today? So, and laughing. What are we laughing about? My father? Yeah, he's a silly, goofy ball too, just like me. We're both very goofball-ish, very double entendre-ish and stuff like that sometimes. But hey, you came here for a reading. You didn't come here to listen to me talk, or maybe you did. Hey, morning, Jing. How are we doing today? And what? Oh, okay. Okay. So I just texted a long text last night, though I wanted to ask how would it be going after the long text. Okay. Then you want me to throw me your numbers, and then let's see what the cards have to tell you today, Jing. All right. Jing has asked for 2 shuffles and the 18th card. All right, here we go. 1, 2, and the 18th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Alright, Gene, let's see what they have to tell you about this whole letter situation. Well, today we have something we need to hear, Jing, and I just want to let you know that you're stoking the fires of what you've kind of been doing now. You're showing that person exactly, in exact detail, what you want from them. I'm pretty sure you left nothing on the table. Everything was left on the table. You didn't leave anything out, okay? But you have to remind yourself to burn away your old expectations so that you can add more positive logs onto it, like this will at least be received well, and at least I will get my answer back from that long text that I sent them, okay? And that means stoking the fires about what's going on right now. So you've been kind of doing both things. You've been letting go of some of the preconceived notions we've had. We have to kind of start from scratch here. Let's start over. Here we are, re-beginning, redesigning, allowing ourselves to become that better person or better couple, because I need to communicate with you. How that communication will be received, let's add those positive logs onto the fire, so at least I will get a decent result from that. Yeah, and that might be what you need to bring. That's what I mean by preconceived notions, that you can't expect them to answer back. If they answer back within a couple of days, then you're important to them. If they don't answer back within a couple of weeks or months or however longer it is than that, yeah, I got you. I know what you mean. So, okay. So he just gave you a message right now? Yeah. Well, talking on the phone is going to be good for you, okay? I had to read what you were saying there because I was like, damn, am I not getting this right? And then I had to reread it because sometimes comprehension is not always the best thing for me sometimes. But, Jing, that's what this is all about here, okay? Yeah. Because at least he's showing, okay, take this into consideration, Jing. He cared enough to contact you this morning, right? So you didn't have to wait long for a response. So at least you know that what you said got his attention, okay? Maybe he has to digest that just a little bit, deciding whether or not he's ready to move this into something a little bit more extreme or not. That's kind of the stoke card too. But the thing that you're going through right now is deciding which fires to put out and which fires not to put out. You know what I'm saying? There's one fire that you need to start to concentrate on, the fire of self, and then the fire of you two together after we've dealt with self. You know what I'm saying? Because self has to come first. If you're good with yourself, then move on to trying to be in a relationship with somebody. But remind yourself they're coming with you on this journey. You can't fix them. They can't fix you. All you can do is be that partner, that person who's always there for one another. And learning how to extinguish some of these bad thoughts that go on in your head, like all the thoughts that you keep having, those are the things that need to be extinguished. All of your fears, all of your anxieties that keep popping in your head about this whole thing, you just got to go out there and extinguish those things. Like I told you the other day, you get to decide what kind of relationship you want this to be. Whether or not that happens or not is all on what you want to become. Allowing yourself to walk the walk and talk the talk. So whatever you said in the letter, better live up to that. That's all I want to say. So if you said something that you promised him you would do, you have to be able to live up to what you promised. Becoming that person that you want to be so that this will work out and be better. Right? And you got the Rainier card as well. And that means, have you considered that you've put yourself in a cage, a trap, in which you can't get out? And maybe it's parole day. And today is the day that we get to change our lives and turn it around and make our lives better. He may reject you. Yes, he may reject you. You know what I'm saying? He may say, no, I'm not, that's not what I want to be with. But that might be why you're getting some of the burning cards away here. Remember, you got a stoke card, which is burning away old preconceived notions and adopting new, better ones. That's what that's about. The extinguish card is about you going out and extinguishing all those other flames that are causing you issues, like the weird thoughts in your head about all what this guy is doing, what he's not doing, and all that stuff. Just love him for who he is and be okay with that. Become the person you want yourself to be. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Live up to what you said in the letter. Live up to what you promised yourself. Okay? But you have to turn your life around by bringing back that fresh breath of life in your lungs again. That's what this relationship needs. If you want this to keep continuing to be something better, then we have to make it be something that we take in the breath of life every day. Every day is the gift we're together. Every day that we talk to one another is a gift. Every time we do anything together is a gift. Because I'm walking out of this jail and I'm never ever going to come back into that jail ever again. I'm turning my life around from being what I used to think it would be to now what I want it to be. That doesn't take away, I've done some pretty awful things in my head to myself and to the people I love because of the choices I've made. But you know what? I took ownership of those choices. I've already paid my karmic debt off. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Now we have to start to worry about what we need to do on the inside to finish that last little bit of healing so that we are okay with self, and then it won't matter whether this guy likes you or doesn't like you. Either he's there or he's not there, kind of an attitude. My brother did find his one true love online, and they are currently engaged to be married. I don't know if they've gotten married yet, but currently they are engaged to be married. So, you know what I'm saying? I think that this is a good reading for you, Jing, because I think it just means you have to let go of those expectations that you have that it's going to be this wild, crazy thing. No, it's going to be, and you just want an answer at least, right? Well, I think you're going to get your answer. I really do. Because that's the Rain Air card in Essential is not putting yourself in the same situation over and over and over again and expecting a different result. No, I've learned my lesson. It's parole day. I don't want to be in this situation anymore. Where do I go now to find that freedom? I have to express that fresh breath of air in my lungs, and I have to allow my emotions to flow free so that they can soak into the earth so I can gather up all the nutrients of what this earth has to give us. You know what I'm saying? And I told you yesterday, my personal opinion, my intuitional thing telling you is you're going to get a no. I don't want you to stay. I want you to move on. I think he's been waiting for this kind of a moment, honestly. And it's going to be crying time. I'm sorry. But I think that's what my intuitions are saying, that he wants to do it at least as gently as possible. So the fact you're bringing it up, now he might have an out. I don't know if he'll take it or not, because I kind of think it's a free will game kind of decision. It's not something he's making at this moment or has already made. He's thinking about it and hasn't decided quite yet. You'll find out soon. I would give him a time limit, though, for an answer. If he doesn't answer by that time limit, I would just check it off as a move rather than stay. Okay? But, like I was trying to tell you the other day, I think this is but I want you to understand that the kind of relationship you're in with him right now, unless you do something very drastic to change it, tackle him, have wild, crazy, hoo-ha, whoopee, you're showing just how much you love him by moving to where he's at and pulling up stakes and saying, Jane, you can always get another reading. You're the only one here right now. I would love to give you another reading. I just wanted to let you know that, along those lines is that, Let me do a cleansing shuffle for you, Jingy. You get your numbers ready, get your question ready. We'll do it. Come on, why not? That's why you're VIP. And I'll clear the queue for somebody else. Yes, you can have another reading. Whenever you're ready, give me your numbers and your question this time. I will always tell you the truth, Jingy. Okay. Okay. 10 and 18. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the 18th card, right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and the 18th card is now on top. Let me read what else you said. Thank you so much, as always, but I'm still feeling sad. Yeah. Because I kind of think you know it's coming. You know? Some part of you is telling me this has been a long time coming. And you're feeling sad because you're starting to do that process. Just on a human level only. This has nothing to do with intuition. This is just from my own personal experience. You're kind of going through what I went through a little bit there, G. But let's find out what the next month has in store for you. Because maybe they have better messages for you. Oof. Well, talk about some wisdom here, right there, Jingy. And I want to talk to you about that sadness that you have inside. These are feelings that you have to start to come to terms with a little bit that shouldn't have come. The trip shouldn't have come what? The trip shouldn't have come. I'm waiting for context here because I'm not sure what you mean by that. And I want to stop before I say anything else so I don't read them and then not understand. Can you explain that last sentence to me? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Testing the waters a little bit? Yeah. And listening to those inner gut instincts that are telling you that you're sad, and then you're happy, and then you're sad, and then you're happy, and then you're sad, and then you're happy. No one deserves to love like that. No one deserves to be loved like that. That's what I went through, okay? My best friend, who I loved, who did not love me in return, was very nice to me, was very kind to me, didn't ever tell me, told me frequently that there was not a chance that I would ever be her boyfriend, even though I changed the way I looked, the way I ate, the way I did things, just so I could become more like the guys she wanted to date. You know what I'm saying? But it never worked. And that feeling inside of yourself that I'm not good enough for this person who I love, that is the worst feeling a person can go through. And then to keep hoping it's going to change or be better, and it never does or never will be better. Because they've already proven to you what they are capable of doing. If they wanted to do something different with you, they would be doing it. We would be communicating and doing all of that stuff. But listening to those inner guides for this next month is what's going to be important to you, Jing. To start to listen to those inner voices that are telling you that it's time to weave the magic that you want. So if you're determined, tooth and nail, to keep this relationship, no matter what it takes to keep it, then you better well damn buckle down and better well do whatever it takes to make it happen. Because that's what they want you to do. They want you to listen to your gut instincts. What is telling you what would make you the happiest out of all the situations. Start imagining that, and then you start to weave your magic in there. That last text we wrote, That might be part of it. The trip we took might be part of it. But this might be your crossroads moment where you can either stay together or go your separate ways. But I really think that when you have listened to the guides in your heart, when you know the answer already of what he's gonna say, of what he's gonna do, because you've known this person for quite a long time. You know his habits, you know his way of responding back to you, especially, and being cold with you and all of that stuff. That's just telltale signs of someone who doesn't love you back in return. You love them. They don't love you back the same way. They love you as a friend, yeah. They love you as a person, yeah. They don't love you. That's the hardest part to get over sometimes. And listening to that part of your heart and allowing yourself to become free again of choice of saying, I have the ability still to go find someone better for myself out there. But celebrating life is what it's going to be more about in this next month, though. Celebrating and getting out there and just showing how happy you really are. By allowing yourself to celebrate, dance, and sing around with the people who you would normally do that with. You're starting that cauldron of change back up, and now we're adding the right kind of ingredients to that soup that we were talking about. But you have help this time. You have people who are going to back you up this time, who aren't going to let you fall for the same crap again. Okay? Either whether your higher power, your inner self, whatever way that comes to you, it's time to celebrate your journey and what you're going through currently. Listen to your higher power, your guides, your gods, those inner feelings. Celebrate those feelings and allow yourself to make the changes you know are right for you. Make that soup be what you want it to be. Get ready to receive that which you are asking for. Because if you finally get the thing you're asking for, are you going to be satisfied with that? If he keeps doing the same things, even though he's giving you what you wanted, is that worth it? That's the questions you have to ask yourself, because they're going to give you gifts. These can be good gifts, these can be bad gifts, but the universe is just trying to move you into a direction that you truly want to be. Whether you do it or not, it's completely up to you. It's time for you to realize that this is a changing time for you. That in this month of February, or this next month here, in February, it's going to be about that life, death, and rebirth part. We're living the life right now. We're working towards allowing something to let go, whether that's preconceived notions, whether that's letting go of the past and starting over from scratch as a couple, blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is, it's about something moving from one phase to a different phase and eventually being rebirthed as something new and different. So the old way isn't going to work anymore. We have to let that old way go away. Let's try to do new things by starting up that rebirth cycle and getting through those troubled times that we will have a short bit amount of, just to figure our shit out. And then when we come out, we can actually be the person we want to be. And you do have 2 God cards too, Jing, for this. So I don't know if this is something else you needed to know or what, but you do have 2 God cards as well. So, do you want to see your cards? Welcome in, King, first time chatter. How are we doing today? What does that mean? What? Okay, you have to be more specific about what I said. Oh, for the guide card? So what do I mean by that? Listening to those feelings on the inside, Jing. That means listening to what your body is telling you, what you feel that they're trying to tell you is your higher power and your God, and what's within your faith and religion to be able to do for yourself that you feel comfortable with doing. It's all about you trusting those feelings and allowing yourself to really realize that what you're feeling right now, which one do you feel more? I'm willing to bet you feel more sadness than happiness right now. And the sadness is outweighing the happiness by a lot. Okay? This letter is supposed to fix things. This letter is supposed to wake us up and say, can we start over from scratch? Trusting my feelings. So if you were to ask yourself right now, how do you know that they would respond? Because you've known this person for a while, right? Oh, God cards as well. And I'm going to get these to this as well. It's the thing that's going on the most right now, Jing, and then what you have to be paying attention to is not letting the guilt get to you about what's happened in the past. The past is going to stay in the past, no matter what happens, okay? We can't change it. We don't have to feel guilty for succeeding and doing some better things for ourselves as well. Saying to ourselves, we wake up every day to a new world, and we try to live in that world the best of our abilities. And King Pong, I woke up to 6 inches of snow and had the day off, so it's a great day already. How's it going today? I'm doing fabulous. Finishing up a reading, and then we'll get to your reading there, King, and we'll talk a little bit. But, Jing, you have to let go of all of these things you feel guilty about what you aren't doing right and start to adopt new things to put in that place. You have to empty the cup out first before you can fill it in with something different. You know what I'm saying? And allowing yourself to look into the mirror of change. This is not the darkness that keeps you all scared and all afraid. It's the unknown possibilities that have yet to happen to you. Or maybe you need to move the mirror out of the way and see the light that's right in front of you. You keep holding the mirror up, expecting to see the light, but what's right behind you is what you're seeing in that mirror. So if you're looking into the dark mirror, what's right in front of you is the light. If you turn yourself around or move the mirror, you could see that. But you have to stop looking inward so much and stop feeling guilty about all the things. And we just have to find a better way to look into that light, into that love, and trust in that love. You know, if you want this to be something, if you're really that, I remember I had that moment too. And then the most horrible, completely bad way of ending a friendship happened. We got drunk. We started to take off clothes. They laughed incessantly at my body. I felt embarrassed, went back downstairs and cried till I got sober and drove home. That was the end of our friendship. And that was the end of the last time I ever saw her. And I gave her a very special gift that I wish I had not given her, but that's the way it goes. I know you do, Jane. You know. So, just keep that in mind. I want you to let this be your moment, though. One way or the other, if we don't get an answer within a week, please, for the love of God, move on from this person. Please, okay? But if he's trying to stay in contact with you, he's being communicative with you, that means there's hope there, Jane. Okay? You might be thinking the way out of the box here, and he doesn't even think any of the things you think. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to doing King Pong's reading. Hello, King Pong. Welcome on in. My name is Joshua Bleasy, otherwise known as the Unknown Prophet. I'm here to do your daily tarot readings between 9 and 12 p.m. I use my custom-made, homemade deck, the 5 Paths Tarot, to divine the best possible path for you. These are very blunt, in-your-face kind of tarot readings. I do not sugarcoat a damn thing. So, if you don't want that kind of reading, well, then I've warned you. All right? But here's how it works here, King. I'm going to ask you to pick a couple numbers for you, okay? You're very welcome, Jing. Many blessings to you. Many, many blessings. You know, I send you out a lot of energy, young lady, because I know that you need it. And I really hope that you get those answers soon and you're able to do what's right for you and in your heart. You'll know it. You'll just know it. Gotta relight my candle because it went out. And okay, so back to you, King. I'm going to ask you to pick numbers. I want you to pick a number 1 through 10. I'm going to shuffle that many times. So you get to pick the number of shuffles. Then I'm going to ask you to pick a number 1 through 52 for the answers in my deck. Now, if when I'm shuffling, cards pop out onto the desk like that, That's a God card, but it has to hit the desk or hit the floor in order for it to be a God card. We always get to those after your general reading. So just to give you exact yes, Jing, I think you should. But that's from a reader's perspective and a human being's perspective at the same time, okay? I say this with all the love in my heart. I really, really do. But I would say yes. Move on. This is for high class hippies in the chat. Here is your moment of silly. High class hippie. Now we gotten that out of the way. Now we can get to King. I think he said 4 was his number of shuffles. So 4 is your shuffle. General, question, answer. Yo, using the solo. So, I will shuffle 4 times, and then I need you to pick a number 1 through 52, and that's where your answers are in my deck. If you have a question, please ask it. If you just want a general reading, just say general. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. I always look up after. Anyway, so here are your first 4 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. All right, and 32. You got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. And the 32nd card is now on top here. And a general reading for King Pong. All right, there, King Pong. Here we go with your reading for today. And I'd like to say hi to my VIP high-class hippie, and thank you, Jing, for coming by and getting your reading today. I really appreciate that. All right, and to you, King, welcome on in. And Serenity of Wind, welcome back. You're next in line, all right? So we only have 1 queue from now on. There isn't another queue anymore. It's just on Twitch. So if you are watching this on YouTube and want a reading, got to get over here to Twitch. So for you, though, King Pong, as we have been learning how to re-celebrate life again, we had to realize that we had to empty out the old soup that wasn't tasting so well anymore. Our soup of life. We had to scrub really hard that cauldron of change out so it was ready and nice and clean. We don't want any of those old flavors in that pot. Then we put it back where it belongs, on our altar, where we will now add the right kind of ingredients, the ingredients we choose. But we need to start to celebrate all of that which is going on right now in life. Finding those people that you surround yourself with that can help you celebrate life again. Embracing this new change you want to make in life. And allowing that cauldron of change to spark the flames underneath it to start going on the directions you want to do next. But learning to live in that moment and learning how to do that has been something you've been kind of trying to do a little bit better at. Not that you ever did it really bad to begin with. You're just trying to be a little bit more outgoing, a little bit more social, a little bit more what do I want to add into myself rather than have everybody else add things into my soup. But right now, the time has come for you to start to listen to your inner intuitions as well. It's time for you to understand that whatever your higher power you believe in is all about they have your back. They have got the golden parachute on you. They have the soft, squishy mattresses below you. You start to trust your intuition, your instincts, And those inner voices inside are your gods trying to tell you what you need to be doing right now and how you want to be happy. But you still have to wield the magic into your life. They can't come here and live it for you. They're giving you all the power and magic and prayer you need, but you have to start to use it to your advantage. Whatever is going on in your life is being provided for you so that you can make that change. So you can do something with that energy. Now it's your choice and decision what to do with that. In your future, it will be time to relearn how to communicate better, physically, mentally, and spiritually better with self. How can I celebrate life if I don't understand how my physical body feels, how my mental body feels, how my spiritual body feels? Are those all in good shape? Maybe, maybe not. Hey, now I've got to start listening to those inner voices in my body that are telling me stuff that I'm physically going to do better, that I'm going to do mentally better by clearing away all of the crap I don't need to worry about and only worrying about the crap I really need to worry about. You know? And wielding the magic of what has been given to me spiritually. Maybe they're giving you a hard time and life isn't going so well. Maybe that's all the motivation you need to change it. And that might not seem like a gift now, but somewhere down the line, you might look back and go, I'm glad that happened. You know what I'm saying? But communicating in all aspects of your life, physically, mentally, and spiritually, opening up yourself up to what this is and why this is happening. You are like a bud on a tree. You have all the potential in the world to become whatever you so wish yourself to be. And you are just opening that leaf for the very first time, taking in all of the elements of this world, allowing those good, healthy emotions to come out, allowing that breeze to blow off those nasty little voices that stick around, and then soaking in the sun and allowing that positive ray to come down on our hand once again, or our leaf has finally formed, because we are a part of the earth, always have been, always will be. So you have to remind yourself that you have all the potential in the world to do whatever you want in this world. They are giving you a blank check to celebrate the life you already have. If you don't like that, it's time for the collagen of change to wake up and you to start to add those right ingredients in. But I think you're well past this part. You're on your way towards this part, which is trusting self and trusting my feelings. That way I start to make better choices and decisions that guide my way, that allow that leaf to open up that much more. And then I communicate with myself physically, mentally, and spiritually. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to do this in life too. It's just to learn how to communicate a little bit better. If you give them all of the information that they need, they can make the choice themselves what they will want to think. But at least you have your perspective out there first. And that's your reading there, King Pong. If you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, I'll take WoW as a thank you very much. So, King, one more thing. You kind of feel like someone's slapping you in the back of your head a lot lately. You know, this kind of tapping feeling right here. It feels like someone's just tapping you on the back of your head a lot. Your guides are trying to push you in a certain direction that you're refusing to go. So they're trying to smack you on the head a little bit to get you to go in the direction they want you to go. So whenever you feel that, if you feel this a lot lately, it's them basically saying, rethink about this choice or decision. You might not like the outcome. So if you've been feeling this a lot lately, that's what that means. So accurate and resonates deeply. Well, good. I'm glad it resonates deeply and very accurate. I'm glad it was accurate. I just tell you what I feel you need to know, not necessarily what you want to know. Whether you take my advice or don't take my advice, I love you if you do. I love you if you don't. Whichever way works for you. So I'm glad that you got the reading that you needed to get today there, King. We're going to move on to Serenity of Winds reading today. Let me finish doing the cleansing shuffle for Serenity. I haven't seen you for a while. How have you been, Serenity? Oh. And good. I'm glad to hear that. Then you know the drill. Can I have your 1 through 10 number and then 1 through 52 number, please? When you're ready. And if you have questions, you know what to do there too. And if you want to know how I got this, I was choking on coffee during my weekend off. I fell to the ground, spit out the coffee, but ended up with a boo-boo. You sure can, King. This is an open free queue. You don't. It's not. It's whoever's in line is in line. So you can just press exclamation point join and join the queue. If I do a lot for you, any kind of things you throw my way, I'm grateful for. But it's up to you to decide to do there as well. So Serenity, we've got 3 and 5 for Serenity. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And we have 1 God card for you today, Serenity. And 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th card. Just a general reading today, Serenity. Just waiting to see your answer on this. You can rate that burp 1 through 10 now by saying burp vote. Rate it. Love reading. Okay, got it. We want ourselves a love reading, right? So, Serenity, one of the things I want to say to you is it's time to stop walking that long, hard walk of trying to go the hardest way possible to get to love. It's time to let yourself have a break, take an easier, more laid-back approach to it, and allow yourself to drive the last 25 miles down the road to get to that love that we are seeking. And start asking ourselves these questions. Why do I want another person in my life? Is it just to share the experience with me? Or is it to have that spot filled that I need filled in me? Is it for them to fix me, or is it for me to fix them? If those are kind of the questions you're starting to have in your mind, you have to take the wheel by your 2 hands and start to drive it in the direction you want yourself to go. That doesn't mean you can't bring people with you along the way. So if you find somebody that you happen upon, and maybe it's time to just take that little bit more of a leisurely way of going about it, rather than trying to find it and find it and find it and find it. Maybe give yourself a small break from trying to find it, then love can come find you. If you understand my meaning. So maybe someone's on their way towards you, but you keep driving away from them and they can't catch up. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it's going to be about that inner love you have inside too. Those old bad thoughts of what a relationship was like before, we have to throw those away. The things that made us mad and angry in a relationship, we're not going to accept those from anybody else anymore. That is not going to be a part of who I fall in love with. If I find someone like that, I'm gone. X, Y, Z, NLB, whatever. But I have to start to move some of these old bad patterns I do for myself to get me back into loving the wrong kind of person, or loving and accepting the wrong kind for the wrong kind of reasons. So how do I move out what is old within me to move new good things back inside? So that also means could be time for a relationship as well, because you're moving things out so you can make room for something new to come in. And the universe is trying to give you that empty spot for something to fill in. The only way that gets emptied is if you deal with your shit. And lots of us are not good at dealing with our own shit. Okay, hi, my name is, and every one of us can raise our hand to that one, okay? We all join that club. But just like in life, we are on our way towards the thing we want the most. We have some inner work still left to do, but it's not so bad that we can't continue on our drive. And when we finally get to the place where we're hoping to get to, we have to remind ourselves this is going to be a part of our rebirth, life, and death process. Because we're going to be born as this new person seeking a relationship. We live life with this person. We don't expect anything in return other than their love. Then we come to that death part where we go into the ether and we all know what happens or doesn't happen there. Okay? But if we're talking about in life, change is going to happen. Relationships are going to change and die. An old relationship may die so that it can make room for this new relationship. AKA we were friends before, now we're boyfriend and girlfriend and in love and doing other things. Or are we now moving it into a new stage? That's what I mean by going from life, rebirth, life, and death, or life, death, rebirth. So that's kind of what you're going through. It's all about the choices and decisions you want to make right now, though, Serenity. It's all about the choices and decisions that you're making. So really write down on a piece of paper or something that gives you some kind of a guidebook to what you don't want and what you do want in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Just a nice little one-page note to yourself to remind yourself what you do want and don't want in a relationship. Deciding which way you want to go in that relationship is up to both of you to decide. So I can't answer all of that question, but know that there is someone traveling outside of you during your waiting path. You're waiting for them to come to you, might be what you need to do for a while. We've gone after them or tried to go after finding them. Maybe we have to let them come to us for a change and put out the energies that I trust the universe will send the right person my way and give myself all the self-love I need until then. I don't come there since Tree Week. What the WTF? I don't come there since Tree Week. I don't know what Tree Week is. Oh, 3 weeks. Oh. So you've been waiting for your answer now, right? And you don't see anybody, right? So, who is that guy that keeps flirting with you in like a deli or some kind of sandwich shop or something like that you frequent a lot? You think he's married, but he's not. Or something like that, because he used to be married, still wears his wedding ring a little bit too much. I cut with him. He is sneaky. Okay, well that's the guy I was seeing there. That's. I know you're not. I was saying the other person you might be frequently. Sure, because I am seeing someone in your inner circle here, Serenity of Wind. That's someone you connect with very easily. It doesn't seem like it's work around them. It just seems very easy with them. They look at you sometimes and you kind of wonder, what if? And then you're already good at communicating and do all of the things you need to do in a good relationship. It's already there. You just have to move it from one phase to the next phase. And I want you to take a really hard look at your other friends right now, the ones that you haven't been paying attention to a lot. Maybe there's a guy like me who's willing to change everything for you. Okay? And I'm just saying, you may not be seeing them, but they're already on their way because you love yourself so much, your beacon gets lit. And then your beacon gets lit, and then your one true love goes, where's that coming from? Then you sing with your heart and you cry out for them to come to you. They're going to come find you. That's what happened with me. I don't know if that's what will happen with you. But about when I started to give up, on I would ever find love, that's when love found me. And I know people say that a lot. The moment you're not looking for it, you find it, kind of a deal. Well, that's what you're kind of waiting around to find out. Do I want to wait around any longer? Or do I need to take a hard path, which means deciding I need to do something drastic here. Let's go and follow this path here. It may mean I have to overcome some things in order to be ready for a relationship again. Easy path, hard path. You know the paths, right? But which direction do you want to go now is what the gods are saying. You make up your mind what you want first, then we'll help you get there. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to say, hey, you've got a couple of requests here. Which one's the most important here? And maybe this is the answer. Got one God. Oh, I thought we had two. We did have two. No? We must have only had one. One God card. I thought we had two. But I do have a God card for you as well. Do you want to see your God card? Waiting for my answer. Yep. Okay. Serenity. It's time to just celebrate life. You want to get that real, true, good love? Go celebrate life. Go celebrate it around the people who make you feel happy, safe, secure. Go celebrate the fact that you have this freedom to go date anybody you want, no commitments whatsoever. You want to roll in the hay? You can get a roll in the hay. You don't want to roll in the hay? You want something more committed? Let's go after this nice guy I barely pay attention to, who's kind of shown me how much they like me, but I'm not willing to see it because something in my brain says he's not attractive enough or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's time to start to celebrate the changes you want to make in life. So the more you celebrate yourself, the more you celebrate life, the more you give into the let's just be happy with everything I have. That is like a giant super magnet to your one true love or to a person who wants to love you someday. In any relationship, we put out this beacon, and is that beacon of celebration of self that we put out to people. Then someone somewhere sees that and goes, ooh, I'm looking at them in a different way that I have never looked at them before. I have to check. Okay, give me a second, because I think the card fell down. Nope. I could have swore I had two cards there. But the cards do what the cards want to do. You know, and serenity, loneliness is not a reason to get a relationship. You know what I'm saying? If I'm lonely, there are people who will go out with you. I mean, not a hooker or something like that, but there are people out there who will just date you for money and stuff like that too. No hookery kind of stuff, unless that's what you're into. I've done it before. I wasn't proud of it, but I did it. Okay? But it's up to you to decide where you take it from here. And they're just trying to get you the kind of love you deserve for a change. Instead of the thing you think you deserve, they don't want you to go back to the I think I deserve this. They want you to get into that. Let's think more positively and think about what I do deserve. Now that I'm real with myself, is that going to fill me up if I have that in a person, or do I need to fill that within myself? You know what I'm saying? But love is on its way, Serenity. You just got to keep believing, keep putting yourself out there. Dress the way you feel comfortable dressing, but put out those, bring out the girls, bring out the sex vibes, whatever. Flirt with every guy who seems like a nice guy to you. Go give him one date try, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. So, and they'll go from there. Because I think what's happening right now is that the universe is trying to get you to deal with self a little bit, and kind of fix that thought in the head that I don't deserve better. Once we move that out of our heads, then I think things will start to get better in the love relationship. So let's do a cleansing shuffle for King Pong. And do you have a question this time? Or is this a different person I'm reading for? was 2 general readings in a row. That's kind of weird, but let's find out. We'll find out your answer first before I do anything else. Take a sip of my coffee. So, King, please let me know. Is this another general reading? Is this for you, or is this for a different person? Current transitional period clarity. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. All right, and your numbers were 7 shuffles, 19th card, and thank you. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you have 2 God cards. 2. Put them under the candle, so I know I had 2 now. Now you know I had 2. 2. And then you wanted the 19th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and the 19th card. And we want to know about the current transitional period. We need some clarity of what we're supposed to be doing right now, or maybe something we need to be realizing, right? And I think we're going to get that answer here today. And thank you very much. Thank you very much for being a follower, La Madonna. Mistress, I welcome on in. Thank you very much for the follow. So, yeah. Hey, King Pong, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, and a follower. So, now, are we all done? Anybody else? Anyone else? Okay. So, here we go, though. Yeah, you already joined it there, young lady. You're already in the queue. You're already there. You're already there. I'm just getting in the middle of doing King Pong's reading. You're next in line there, Madonna. All right. So, King, the thing I want you to know about this current situation that you need clarity with, you know, sorry, I'm picking something up here. And I wanted to make sure I read that question right. Yeah, current transitional period, right? So sorry, I had to go back up and read and chat a little bit. So, because part of the messages I'm getting for you, the clarity that you've been wanting to get here, is that you have to realize that this tree is just a representation of what you've already been through. The fortitude you've increased, the passion, the drive, the all-encompassing resilience, because this is the tree of resilience in my deck. And what you've learned how to do is, even though you have these battle scars on yourself, your armor has been tempered all that much stronger for it. So the birch tree in nature is one of the most resilient trees in nature because it usually has water flowing through it all year round. Up to certain degrees, of course, in colder weather. We're not talking below zero here, okay? We're talking, you know, in the up to taking -10, I believe, is what they still have water flowing through within them and stuff like that. But the point is that they do something very unique in nature that you are doing in life. They're peeling away that part of themselves that they no longer need, that's no longer serving them any purpose. They know they can't run away from everything, so it's always going to be a battle scar. But no one says I couldn't use that metal and that battle scar to bring it back to my forge and temper it down. So now not only do I add extra strength to that new shield I'm creating, I put everything back into a new, different shape, so I'm not putting those old ideas back in me. Realizing that this is what the resilience was for, to get you to this point, to know you can do it. Because sometimes in life we're doubting that. We let our depression, our sadness overwhelm us. We let the world get to us sometimes. And it's not about whether or not we are depressed all of the time. It's just that there are these moments in our life where we have true, genuine sadness over real life events that have affected me very, very profoundly. And getting over some of these events are major milestones for any one person to get through, let alone a person like you who's been through like 3 or 4 different kind of major events that people shouldn't go through. That you're the one person who makes it to that list where everything that shouldn't happen to you happens to you. You're that one person, because there has to be one out there, right? Well, it's also about you reminding yourself of one very important thing, though, King, that you are the sky in this picture. You are not the clouds. You are letting the clouds happen to your world. You have the ability to clear those clouds up anytime you want by shining the sun through those clouds and burning them all away. Now, whether or not you're ready to do this and say, I am done being miserable, I'm done being depressed, I'm done being sad, I have to find a new way to start to live. This way has not worked for me up to this day. I know I'm more resilient than that. I have to start to decide whether I want my sky to be cloudy or clear. Now, as I start to face my future, you think you're walking into the darkness. You're not walking into darkness. You're walking into the infinite possibilities of change, of the new thing that is yet to come, of the wonderful thing that has yet to develop. And all you're waiting for is that little spark of light to let you know that it's starting. Well, turn your butt around and face the right way. Because if you're looking into the dark mirror, what's right in front of you? Because you're looking into a mirror, what's behind you? What's always behind you in a mirror? Okay, I'd be seeing a white cloth right there. I'd be seeing the light, right? No, they're my own homemade deck. And you have to move that mirror out of the way or turn that mirror around so that the way you're facing is the way you want to start to see things. So are you looking into the unknown possibilities of what is yet to come? Or are you looking into the wonderful light of the journey you're about to make and take? That you are going to take this world by storm and do it. It's time to stop feeling guilty for the success you have, King Pong. It's okay for you to succeed. It's okay for you to do good. It's okay for you to do a lot of things. No, you're not just okay. You're better than okay. You're fantastic. You're wonderful. You're driven. You're motivated. You're ready. You're awesome. You're complete. You don't need to feel guilty about what you're doing right. Let go of that crap. And this is why you're going through this whole situation right now. Because that guilt is not the kind of guilt of I did something wrong. It's I feel guilty for that which I have yet to do. Because if I finally find that happiness, that means I have to leave all of that crap behind that I used to tote around with me my whole life. And something that long of a relationship I've been in with my depression has been 35 to 40 years of being in a relationship with my depression. I kicked it out of the house about 5 years ago by taking some much needed mental health check by getting the therapy I need, getting the medication that was going to help me and stuff like that. And sometimes I would feel guilty for succeeding where other people weren't succeeding. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they have to tell you today about that whole situation you go through. So don't let it stop you from achieving better. Because this is not your book of what I've done wrong. This is your war chronicle. This is what you've overcome. This is what you've beaten. This is what you empower yourself to do. So that's your general reading. And no, I do not have classic tarot cards. I made my own. I'm trying to print these copies in physical form right now. You can check that out on my Kickstarter campaign. Click that link above. You can find all about that. Okay. And then, King, we have God cards for you. Now, since you haven't been here before, let me explain the God cards for you. And Madonna, you're next, okay? So, God cards are a message straight from your higher power. They are not going to sugarcoat it, but some answer, some question you've had that you haven't asked me yet, that you've been asking God for an answer for, now here they come. Black and white, plain and simple. We're going to tell you, and you better hear us this time. If you want to see these cards, you can say, yes, I want to see my God cards. These are by choice cards because they can be very overwhelming. So if you don't want to see these cards, say, nope, don't want to see them. And then I'll move on to the next person in line, whoever. After you're done, Madonna is next. So what does your higher power have to tell you, right? Ready? So, Marathon Man. The person who has to win the long, hard-fought marathon race. The person who has to be so driven and determined. The person who has to do all of it all at once or none of it at all. Would you please take all of your stuff, put it in the car, and drive the last 25 miles down the road, please? Because if you're going to carry all of this baggage with you, please put it in the trunk of the car at least while you drive the rest of the way down the road. Because you have to start taking that control back. Whatever junk you want to bring with you. But you have the option to leave it by the side of the road here where no one will ever worry about it. The trash man comes, gets it, throws it in this little bin, and bye-bye, there goes the trash. Okay? But it's time to start to be a little bit more concerned by taking the wheel of your life by your own two hands. Stop walking that long, hard walk and get in the car and drive. Drive yourself into that new beginning, that new life that you want to have happen. Now is that time for you to say, I'm done with the hard way. I've got to take an easier way. Now, how do I go about doing that? You have to remove some of the old crap, these old bad patterns that we used to hoard, like Gollum's ring. I can do my Gollum impression for you if it will help. Gollum, my precious Gollum. No, okay? Because we need to move some of this old bad furniture out. It may have been comfortable. It's what we're used to. Of course it's comfortable. But it's really half broken down, torn in sheets. Things are all the way going there. Bestie Tansy in the chat! And then you have to move new, better things inside as well. And that's what you have to start to consider. What bad patterns do I need to let go of so I can make room for new, good patterns that will be what I want? And that's what they have to tell you. Take it. King, butt kick done. Alrighty then. And welcome in your bestie. And I hope that was helpful for you, King Pong. Really do appreciate it. Remember, guys, I appreciate all the support you give me. This is 100% free readings. But if you wish to donate to me to help me get things like my tarot deck published, smokes or cigarettes sometimes, or just show me some much needed love, I would greatly appreciate any and all things you do for me. It's not required here, though, guys. I don't expect anything in return for this. So, well, thank you. I appreciate that, King. You're very welcome. So, and I just like to throw that. Hey, you give me a follow, you give me a subscribe, you give me anything, I'm very grateful and thankful to all of you for any and all gifts you give me. Always know that here. All right, let's get into doing Madonna's reading here. Madonna, La Madonna, it's your turn. So, I don't know if I've seen you before, but I will ask you to pick numbers 1 through 10 for how many times you want me to shuffle the deck. Then I'm going to ask you to pick a number 1 through 52. And that's where your answers are in my deck. If you have a question you want to ask, please ask it as simply as possible. If you just want a general reading, say general. Other than that, if cards pop out of the deck while I'm shuffling only, and they hit the desk or the floor, those are messages from your higher power. We always get to those after your general reading or your questioned reading. So whenever you're ready, throw me your numbers and we'll get to your reading today. Finally picked up after about an hour. I was waiting for a full hour almost today, waiting for someone to pop in. Well, it was about 45 minutes I was waiting, so I was thinking it's going to be a slow one today, right? So whenever you're ready, La Madonna, please send me your numbers. 2 shuffles and I choose 3 for the question is, will I become rich? Okay, so you want 2 shuffles and the third card in. You want to know if you will become rich. Okay, let's find out. 1, 2. And the third card. 1, 2, and the third card is. And La Madonna, Mistress, wants to know if she will be rich someday. Oh, well. What an interesting question to ask, because I want to ask you, what is your definition of rich? Do we mean monetarily rich? Do we mean emotionally rich? Do we mean life giving us exactly what we want kind of rich? What kind of rich are we asking for, right? We have to start a new beginning. If we're going to do anything, we have to start doing something to make this happen. I know what you meant, but I'm just saying, think about how you ask that question, monetarily rich, right? Well, it depends on you. Are you going to start beginning to do some of those life-giving, nutrient things to yourself, like putting your money into a savings account for a while? Are you going to build up enough money to invest in things? Because first we have to start just your basic savings account, save up enough money to start investing in things. Then we have to risk that money in things that we feel passionate about. Then we may become rich someday. Lottery tickets are not a good investment, okay? They buy one every once a month, and that's about all you need to do for those things. If you win, you win. If you don't, you don't. The lottery curse is real from what I hear. Anyway, but this new beginning in which you want to approach La Madonna is that we have to start to do some of these things that are going to get us into good spending habits first. And we have to allow ourselves to think about that stuff. And as we start to move on and move forward, will I become rich? Well, are you ready to blow your top off? Are you ready to finally do whatever it takes to become rich? Because that's what the universe is asking you to do. It's asking you to be like the volcano that needs to blow its top off and pour down that hot lava magma. It destroys everything in its path, but it creates things in its path as well. So as we are destroying all those bad old patterns and things we used to do to ourselves that didn't make a whole lot of sense, we are also at the same time paving a new road of positivity, of believing in ourselves, of doing all the things that are right for ourselves. But it's not until we believe that we are ready for this change to happen. We have to be so passionate about this that we can honestly get through the day with that. Thank you for letting me know I'm a good person. But you also have to destroy a lot of those bad spending habits and adopt new spending habits. That's one other way you're going to increase that can I be rich part. And then you have to do the last thing that you ultimately have to do to become rich. And will you become rich someday? I think you'll be comfortable. I don't necessarily you will be what you would consider rich. Not like Bill Gates is out of the question. What's like a really low paid actor that's kind of famous, kind of rich, not really well known actor, but you had one good movie and you live off of that movie. Okay, that's the kind of rich maybe I'm seeing becoming. But you have to remind yourself to not fall back into old bad patterns that keep you from living those things as well, those things that keep you trapped and locked away from the world. If we want this to happen, we have to go out into the world and see what opportunities there are out there. We can't block ourselves away from all of this not risky stuff and expect to get something in return. We have to give to get. And we risk that every time we give something away. We risk them not saying to us, we're not giving it to you back. I say it to my creditors all the time. No, I don't have the money. What are you going to do? Come take blood from me? Okay. I'll pay in blood. Come get it. You know, that's what I'm saying. And it's just about how much you are keeping up this block of ice surrounding you, keeping you from any and all harm. Well, then you're going to stay in the exact same spot you've been in. We have to start to learn to invest in the things that we are passionate about. Learning how to throw things away. And learning how to sell some of those things. We have to get a sell some things pile, a throwaway pile, and then we have to start to ask ourselves, do we really need this stuff to survive? Because I feel like you have a lot of collectibles that you could get rid of that would make you pretty much rich. But like I said, I don't know if it's collectibles or if it's something you collect. Someone in your house collects something that if you sold the entire collection, you would probably get close to what your idea of rich would look like. Close. But the compost pile is why you're going through all of this right now. So you say, I become rich? I say, how determined will you be to become rich? Because that's what the cards are saying. In order for you to become rich, you have to be one of very strong determination to get there. You have to embrace new ideas. You have to pour new road down. You have to allow that road to cool, but not block yourself away from the newest opportunities that might scare you either. You throw all the things you don't want in your life into that compost pile, and what it does is those ideas no longer serving you any purpose anymore start to decay slowly to where you forget about them completely. Then eventually those things that you learned once upon a time will plop up right in front of you like a fresh plot of tilled soil, the freshest soil, the most nutrient soil. You get the point here. You turn yourself into life-giving nutrient dirt, and then you plant seeds in that thing. So right now we're just getting rid of all of that which we don't need in order to get that which we do need. On a side note, your guides are saying that's kind of a tricky question that you're asking there, will I become rich? Because they're saying, I don't know, do you really want to be rich? I don't know if you'd like that. They're questioning that motivation there. Is it really monetary money that will make you happy, or is it what you would get with that monetary money that would make you happy? And if you do get those things, will it make you happier? Are you going to be satisfied when you have everything you've ever wanted? That's your reading, Love Madonna. Intuitionally, I think that from what I'm hearing here, I don't think you will become like Bill Gates kind of rich or even millionaire status rich, but I do think that it's going to be through your own what do they call it, talent, or it's going to be something that you do that's going to bring about more positive sorry change in your life. Let me see what you said. It's an instrument to do that I want. Yeah. I don't want to be rich. I want to be comfortable. I never aspired to be rich. I wanted to be comfortable. Because with my whole life, I've always been 2 or 3 paychecks behind. Or I've lived on food stamps my whole life practically. There's only been a couple of years in my life where I paid for my own food because of the way my body works and my wife's body works and stuff like that, you know? So, I don't know. We could have become rich. We won the lottery once. We won $40,000 once. After taxes and stuff, it wasn't so much. Your bestie! Are you ready for your butt kicking? How was your stream, by the way? It didn't say you rated me, by the way. Seven shuffles, 6 card. My mom has been having a lot of mood swings, and I'm not sure if it's menopause or not. Okay! How old is your mom? And is this a question for a doctor, not a psychic reader? Just a little bit there, Tans, okay? Just a little bit of a pokey for you. But it's like someone has been trying to do magic on the house. Okay, we can find that out. Like I said, I understand why you're doing it. A lot of mood swings, you think that there might be something causing some of these issues, something negative or something that is affected by it. Yeah, let's find out those answers here. Here we go with your shuffles there. Here are your 7 official shuffles there, Tansy. 1, 2, 3, too many cards. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we should do a collab soon. Yeah. Reach out to me, or just, tell me what day would work good for you here. Whisper it to me or whatever. And I got one more shuffle to do here, but I wanted to read, but what you said there, La Madonna. Okay. So, I got one more shuffle for you. And that's the last shuffle, and then we had the number. What's that second number here? Because I lost it because the messages went up. 6th card in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th card. So we want to know if there's something energetic going on in the house. Right? And what is happening with all of these emotions? All right, and we had no God cards for you today, so this feels more like a medical issue than an energetic issue to me, at least intuitionally here. But what they do have to say about the spirit side of it, though, is that she's kind of choosing to take the harder path instead of taking the things she's supposed to be taking. She might not be taking her medication like she's supposed to be taking, or doing something for her body that she's supposed to be doing better for herself, whether it's diet or pills or whatever it is. It's about her trying to overcome all of the obstacles that she's kind of going through in life. If she's the age I think she is, I think she might be going through very early stages of menopause, but just remember that even if she is, those mood swings can come and go through periods too as well. Yeah, she's almost turned 50, right? Well, that's about the age, even I'm going through what is called a menopause. We don't go through the same things women go through, but we do get the hot flashes sometimes. We get the memory loss. We don't get the pain associated with it, but most of the time when you enter the stage of your life, that's when the pain starts to subside and end, because you don't have those cramps any longer, or you don't have them as long. I don't know. But the thing I want you to know is that she's kind of choosing to take a harder path. She's making it harder on herself than she needs to right now. And I think she's drawing that energy towards her. I think she's creating her own energy monster. Do you understand? Because she's believing in all of the stuff that's negative. When she starts to believe in the positive stuff, like what you did for the yard and stuff like that, and the warding and stuff like that, if she believes that stuff is going to work, it's going to work. But if she doesn't believe it's going to work for her, it's not going to work for her. Because faith and will and intent have to come together. Even if it's a prayer you say instead of a spell, it's still the same effect. We have to believe that will come true, that they will hear us and will answer our prayers and will protect us. And you're putting your own energy field down while you're doing that as well. Your personal energy will affect how everybody else's energy in that house is. And tending back to herself is what she needs to get back to. That's why I say it's a medical issue, not a spiritual issue. I don't feel anything negative spiritually around you that's causing all this sorts of mischief. I think it's just life happening, and life is just starting to do all these weird, wonderful things that we weren't ready for yet. We thought we had a couple more years before things like this started to happen. When you start to realize your mom is going into menopause, trust me, you go through something very unique as a child, because you realize that her baby days are over, and that's what all women are supposed to be here to do. Oh wait, whatever. That's fine. You go think that all you want. But she has to tend to the fire that's right in front of her. That means tending to self, not tending to everybody else's fire. She's taking care of everybody else so much, she's not taking care of herself. That's why she's gotten the mood swings and all this stuff. And all this stuff is happening to her because she doesn't have anywhere else to go to release that energy. But when she's at home, safe and secure in a place, she feels like she can do that. Yeah, I know, but that's why it's happening. The embrace card is in the future. Okay, that means embracing yourself and loving yourself for all the goods, the bads, and uglies, and everything in between, and embracing the world as a beautiful thing as well. And she might not realize it, but it's all about the masculine and feminine in each of us. We're one chromosome away from each other, okay, guys? We're one stupid chromosome away from being a woman or a man, okay? That's not a whole lot of difference in my book. Yes, you have different genitalia, go through different things, but every person is unique to themselves. No two people, not even twins, are exact. Because there's always something else going on in somebody else's mind that person never thought of ever. Unless you're sharing a brain, I don't want to hear it. But it's time for her to embrace that if she's going to give, she has to take as well. If she's going to give this energy away, she has to get something back in return for it. Like a hug or something that will give her back her energy. You know what I'm saying? If she's doing all this for other people, she better well be getting something out of it. Because what is she preparing for? People who are done nesting. And my mom went through this as well, okay? Around this age of where your mom is at, my mom went through about the similar thing. She would start to go through the empty nest syndrome or nesting syndrome, where she'd want to be in my life a lot more, have a lot more to do with me. She would have these heavy mood swings from time to time. She would complain about being hot or cold all the time. I don't know all the symptoms of menopause. I haven't gone through it myself. I see it on TV and what it's supposed to go through, but honestly, I don't know. But it's going to be about the ingredients she puts into her own soup of life. What is she adding into that soup? I feel like it's a nutritional thing she's missing in her life that's causing her mood to go down. Buy her some damn chocolate ice cream or something tonight. Get her a real nice favorite treat that she wants. Treat her to something good. Go out of your way to prepare a meal for her for a change, so that when she comes home, she can just relax and enjoy for a change. You know what I'm saying? And show her that she's appreciated. Maybe she's given so much she's gotten to the point where now she doesn't feel like anyone appreciates that. And she just needs one person to show her that. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's you. Oh, but that's how it works here, guys. Oh, and I'm really grateful for all of you being here on a daily basis, checking me out, vibing with me, being a part of my being and stuff like that. I'm just very grateful and appreciative that you're here. I accidentally clicked off of your stream there, Tansy. I was going to check that person out, so if you want to shout him out, go ahead in the stream there. As I saw who you went to, but I didn't copy and paste the name of it right away. Hot glass hippie! Hey, let's get some beat bumping going on. What did I get now? I got something. TwitchCon, here we go, looking for your dates and locations. Find out. Oh, God. Well, I can't go to TwitchCon yet. Okay, so go check this person out, guys. I'm going to check her out, too. And I don't know what she's doing quite now, because I've never seen her before, but we're going to go give her a little bit of looky love here real quick. And then, high class, why don't you get your numbers ready? And, yep. And now I've got her tabbed up for you. So I've got her tabbed up there. I'll have to check her out after high class's reading because she deserves to get the reading she wants. Let me do a cleansing shuffle for you, high class. How we been, sweetie? How's the job? I'm doing a great job. It's him. Wow, yeah. I thought that was going to happen. Something like that was going to happen. You would be offered a full-time position fairly quickly. What did I tell you? 1 and 7, just a general reading for my high-class hippie. Oh, yeah, I bet. Thank you for validating me once again. Just a small one today. Baby reading. Small butt kicking for weird. Okay, we'll go lightly. Just a little bit lightly on high class today. Just the tiniest bits. So let's do your official shuffles now, high class. Now I've got that out of the way. 1 and 7 is your shuffle. So 1 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. What do we need to know? Okay. And I am having a beautiful day for all. It's a him. I don't know what that means. Okay, I must have lost something in there. Just a general reading, right? High class, no question today. Yeah, okay, I thought so. I just had to go back and read my chat a little bit, just kind of going, okay, did she say something here? Okay. Anyway, kind of general reading time. I kind of thought it was going to be anyway. So, poof, we've ignited our path. We use the catalyst of our lives. And guess what is now coming to fruition, right, high class? Well, be proud of yourself. Guess who did that? High class hippie. High class hippie. Congratulations, high class hippie. You've done it. You've done it. Congratulations. Congratulations. Good job, young lady. Good job. It's that you have finally got the lesson that the universe, your guides, everything has been trying to teach you for a while. And you finally got the lesson. Now you see why you had to go through all of that. Now you know what you are capable of doing even more now. Now you've ignited the path, but you didn't let it burn on your finger. You put it on the candle. Full time, I don't think that's the end of your story somewhere down the line. I think you'll own one of those places. Okay? But remind yourself that you don't want to put yourself back in a position that you can't get out of again. So remind ourselves what we will accept and won't accept, and that this Rain Air card is all about you reminding yourself that don't put yourself in a self-imposed prison that you think you deserve to be in any longer. You don't deserve to be there. You deserve to have a parole day just like anybody else does. And it's time to turn your life around from what it was to something way better. And that's what we're doing right now. We've left the past behind and adopted a new path. We said bye-bye to our cage. Bye. Never want to see you again. Bye. And we said, hi, home. I'm coming home. Thank God I'm home. Okay? And you've changed your life for the better. You've taken in the rain. That emotional rain. You're following your heart. You're following your emotions. Congratulations, you've learned the lesson. You're taking in the zest for life. You're exercising and going out, not only helping other people get better, but you're helping yourself stay better as well. And that's not only the best job you've hardly ever had, you love it there as well. Oh my God, we've gotten everything we asked for. Now what do we do? Well, now we build on it. We take this stone, we put it in our new home, and we let that protect us. I have a good job where I like it, or people like me, they see me being motivated, they've already proven to me what they want. Yeah, okay. Well, you need to hear it. So build up upon this foundation you are setting now, because the stronger you make that foundation, the better you protect what you've got, the more it's going to grow into a home, not a cage this time. You are more put together. Oh, yeah, okay. I got you. More put together than you are giving yourself credit for. We've reached the apex of our journey right now, okay? That means you've crossed your mythical line from what I was here to learn to what I am supposed to do. Now that we have found our purpose, now that we have found what we need to do, now we finally realize that everything that we went through, all of these branches that had to grow over time, that had to stand the test of time, that had that knowledge, that wisdom to keep going forward, that listening to the people who were wiser than us, that allowed us to believe in ourselves again. But I still had to do the work. I still had to go out there and get there. No one did it for me. I did it. High Class Hippie did it, not the unknown prophet. Okay? And you have finally gotten everything you want. Remind yourself that things have to keep growing in a positive direction or they will eventually die. So even though may have gotten everything you want, don't stop growing where you're growing at right now. But more put together than you've ever been in your life. You've crossed that work, that line where I'm done being stepped on, I'm done being anything to anybody else. I need to be me, my most powerful me, my most belief in myself me. And if I'm sharing it with somebody else, I hope they can hang on for the ride because I'm not stopping. Right? You put in the work you want. So now you've got that. You always got to keep working on it. Even though I know you're going to do this just fine. It's more of a reminder than anything to just give you this validation. Big validation reading for you is what I'm seeing here. You've ignited your path to what you wanted it to be. You've used what was in the past to catapult you forward. You let go of your old bad cage. You said goodbye to it to embrace your newfound freedom. Then you started walking home. And when you got there, you put a new foundation down on the ground. And now we're going to build up those walls of safety so that we will feel more put together than we have ever been in our lives. Because we are finally building home, not a prison. And that is your reading for today, High Class Hippie. Card drop. I can't do a mic drop, but I can do a card drop. Oh. Thank you, High Class. And I don't know if you heard my news or not, High Class. You might be interested in this. I am trying to recreate this deck for publication for the general public. I've started a Kickstarter campaign to get this deck published officially for consumerism. The first 50 people to sign up on my Kickstarter that pay the $100 or more get a signed copy from me, and there may be one person out there who wins a original art card from this deck. So if you want to go check out my progress, it's in the pinned message up there. If you want to add to the pile, go ahead. Don't feel any obligation whatsoever to go out there and get anything, guys. I appreciate it if you do. If you like, yeah, you made your own deck. I didn't know that. Yes, this deck, this physical deck right here is my homemade deck. I printed the paper out. The only thing I had done for me was the lamination by Staples. So I did all the artwork for it. I took all the pictures for it. I did all the editing for all of it, everything. But now I'm trying to get it out there for people who like my readings and would like to have their own 5 Paths Tarot deck in it. There we go. We're going to get it all printed out and stuff like that for you. So that's my truly amazing news, guys. And if anyone is interested in helping out in that respect, please, if you're going to donate something to me, go to my Kickstarter campaign and donate it there. Unless I say the words, please send me money for smokes and pizza, and I'm saying, please send me money for smokes and pizza, you know, then that's what it's truly about. Because I'm out of smokes. I ain't got money for pizza, but my rent got paid. I was glad about that. I was short like $4, and I thought, oh, they're not going to let it go through, are they? It's going to bounce for $4, really. And then it didn't bounce. And I was like, yay. Now I don't have to worry about a late fee next month, too. Yay. Yeah. We just finished our green a couple days ago. And we had it for almost a full 2 weeks. Because we bought about 2 ounces worth of it. Our guy gives us a really good deal on stuff, so it'd be like 3 of these full of green. You know what I'm saying? And he brings different varieties too. He's a bud connoisseur himself. So, and now I've got some tobacco and a pipe, and this is the last of the tobacco that I could find anywhere at all. So, hey, there we go. I gotta seal this again, damn it. Oh. Like I said, I'm just melting the duct tape to my wood tip so that it actually stays on there, and then I've got to wait for my wood tip to, because it shrinks it onto it. And then all you do is you go press the and then you get a tighter seal on it. Yep. Now I take my cigarette cleaning tool, and then I take what will be my last hit for today, probably, because it snowed last night, so I can't even go out there and collect butts from my neighbor. Maybe if my friend Dan has a couple cigarettes, he can bum us or something. I don't know. I should ask him while I have a chance. So. I want to go find someone to raid today. Who haven't I been to in a while? Hey! Okay. Post that link into the chat. Shout them out for me out there, bestie, so that I know where to go. I can click on them and we'll go raid them today. Oh, okay. I see them. I got it. Featherstone? Fennis Featherstone? You want me to raid her? Okay, let's go show some love to a baby streamer. Oh, and she's playing games. Ooh, looks like fun. And does anybody else out there want a reading before we get out of here for today? Because just want to make sure that I'm not leaving anyone behind. But if there's no one else here who would like a reading, we're going to raid out to this person here. And We're going to shout them out here real quick. There, she was already shouted out by your bestie. Let's get you all in here as well. All right. There we go. That's where we're going to go, guys. So we're going to go give some much needed hype love to them. I'm going to say goodbye to my other friends that I've been lurking on this whole time because I love them. But we're going to go pay attention to this one, and we've got to go do that right now. So I would like to say thank you very much for coming here today and being a part of my stream. Thank you for all of the wonderful things you've done for me, guys. Keep spreading the love around. Send that message out far and wide. Help me reach my goal of printing my 5 Paths tarot deck. That's the last real dream I have. The other one's not really possible, so we'll have to wait a century or two for that one. But maybe one day someone will go, "Oh, that was a good idea." You know? So, and we're gonna go. I want to thank Tansy. I want to thank High Class Hippie, Merciless Mercy, Agent Zero, Papa Clutch, OT Solo, the Advisor. A bunch of people out there doing the very best job of networking out there that they can do. And that's one of the things they love to go do is go raid people who really need a boost up or to give them so much love. So you know what I expect though, right? I expect some hype ass fly ass emotes in here. Copy my raid message. And paste that while we go over there, guys. And put some fun emotes in there and stuff like that. And we're going to go give for Fennis Oathstone, who's playing Starview Valley, a little bit of a lurky love. So I'm going to shut down here. So I will see you guys tomorrow as we start to raid out here. I really want to say thank you once again for all that you did today. If I can talk. So, trying to get that set up for us so we can go. All right, guys, we're going to get going here in just a minute. I'm starting the start raid button. As soon as it says we can raid, we'll be closing the shop out and being done for today. Okay, start the raid. We're starting the raid. We've got only seconds. So we're going to say goodbye as we start to raid out, guys. I love you very much. Have a great day. See you then.